Hello, beautiful friends. Hope you have an amazing day wherever you're at, wherever you're doing. Welcome to another episode of the Bobbi Jo and Sheena show. This week we've been talking about intentions, and it's been really interesting leading up to this day 4 here. And Sheena said something, and it kind of just made me stop in my tracks. Goals don't always equal intentions. Think about that. That was a really interesting one. You can have all the goals you want, but is your intention to really get it? You think it is. You're like, oh, this is my goal. But like intention's like the meat of it. And as always, I love it when Sheena goes first so I can feed off of her. What do you have to say about it, my friend?
Well, it was new to me too. It just popped out of my mouth, and it was just like, oh, yeah, I'd never heard of that before. So I love it whenever you have no clue and you're just in the moment, and then you say something, and it stops us both in our tracks. So yeah, I mean, it just dawned on me that we've all got lots and lots of different goals that we have, but is it just as Bobbi Jo said? Is it your intention to have them? Sometimes we have so many excuses in the way. You're going, yeah, it is my goal, but it is my goal, but
Hmm.
and that's when we start to see our excuses is literally, here's where you are, here's where you want to be, and here's all the excuses that you put in the way. And I can say this with complete, like, not blaming, we're not doing anything wrong because I know me and I know my journey, and I literally just know exactly and then I see another excuse and I go, oh, there's another excuse I was putting in the way. I even saw it whenever I was in the hospital with Wolfgang, and I'm looking around and I'm going, oh, I put sickness in the way. I can see all these people doing it as well. Look at me, it's not my fault. Look at me, I can't do this because of this. And I realized how I did that to myself as well. And it's just like, you just have to not be well one day and just go, oh, I don't really feel like it. That's just an excuse, let me tell you. If your intention is that you're going to do this, this, and this, then you will do it. But if you haven't set an intention, you're not going to do it. I mean, imagine getting up every morning, and you've got no intention for the day. I mean, most of us just fall into yesterday's intention or the
Hmm.
workplace's intention or your parents' intentions or I don't know whose intentions, but most of the time they're not your own. You get up, you make an intention, and then you go do it. And that's a decision. Oh my goodness. It's going to happen because you decided.
I love that when you said that. It is. I got solidified, we have your goal, but when you have that intention behind it, that power, you're solidifying like it is mine. And like we read earlier, go back to day 2, I read you a little insert about the source is always there wanting what we want. So is your belief lining up with that? But I loved what you had to say there, Sheena, those excuses, right? There's always something that's tripping us up in our mind. It's about this, it's about that. And so you just have that awareness of what you're really thinking, because you can say all what you want to say. I'm not even telling you to think, to listen to what you're saying, although that's important, but it's what you're thinking, because you might say one thing but you're thinking something else. So it's the awareness of your conscious thoughts, because you're only operating 3% from your conscious thoughts. So it's knowing you enough. I had this visual yesterday, Sheena. I was out driving in traffic and the sun was kind of setting, and I only could see a long road. It was like hilly like this, and all I could see was car, 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 car coming at me, car, 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 car. And I thought, you know what? That's just like our thoughts. 70,000 thoughts a day. Round, round, round. So I started to pay attention to each car, and I thought, oh, this is like paying attention everywhere except for thoughts. That's a white Ford truck. That's a black Nissan Camry. That's a red Mercedes. And that's your thoughts. And it's about seeing them instead of just letting them go by and just no filter, driving to work, thinking about the bullshit from yesterday. Round, round, round. Right? You have the chance to see and to solidify and set the intention and own it. You have to have it. It's by law, right? That pen, gravity, same thing. What is my intention? What is mine by divine right? It's yours. Start having awareness. Don't just let those cars pass you by. Start having awareness, what you're thinking, what you're feeling. And we'll talk to you soon. I hope you have an amazing day. Set that intention.
Cheerio, now.